fourth criterion states, often does not follow through on instructions and fails to finish schoolwork, chores, or duties in the workplace. For example, loses focus or gets sidetracked. As mentioned before, this can be a result of a low level of dopamine. Dopamine is required for us to be motivated to do something. The ADHD brain appears to have a chronically low level of dopamine, or a poor ability to regulate dopamine level. And so if you don't have dopamine in your brain, it's really hard to be motivated to do something, similar to how difficult it would be to drive a car that has no gasoline in it. Another possible explanation of the failure to follow through on things is poor working memory. So working memory is described as remembering to do, or in other words, remembering what you're supposed to be doing. It's the memory that allows you to be interrupted in a task and then resume the task, remembering where you left off. And it's very typical of the ADHD person, as I mentioned, to get sidetracked, where we start on one project which requires a small side project in order to keep it going, but then I get sucked into the side project and that becomes my new main project, and then I forget that I was ever going to do the main project. And it can happen so quickly that the non-ADHD person really has a hard time believing that someone could forget that quickly. But I've had the experience many, many times, again, ironically, of pulling into the driveway, seeing the garbage cans at the end of the driveway and thinking, as I'm pulling in, I've got to remember to take the garbage cans in. And then between the time I've thought that and the time that I've parked the car and gotten out, I've already forgotten. I just go in. And the next morning I come out to get in the car and I see the garbage cans and I think, oh yeah, I was supposed to get those. And it's happened over and over and over again. And it's not a laziness thing, it's a forgetfulness thing.